Dear students, welcome to SETI Botany classes. I am going to present you series of wheat videos. This is the morphology of wheat video. In this case, we will explain external characters of wheat plant. Now, this is the plant which is growing in the field. You can see this is green in color and this is the inflorescence part of the plant. Now, wheat is basically annual herbaceous plant which are soft green in color are called herbaceous plant. Plant which complete their life cycle in one season are called as annual plant. Usually we grow semi-dwarf varieties of wheat and its height varies from 2 to 4 feet. Plant is differentiated into stem, root and leaves. Now this is the stem part of the plant. Stem is also called as culm. It is differentiated into nodes and internodes. Now this internode part is covered by leaf part. So this is leaf part. And at the base of the plant arises many stems. And these many stems, they are also called as secondary shoots because they arise from the axillary bud present on the main stem. So they are called as secondary shoots. And all these stems, they are called as tillers. Like we sow one seed or grain of wheat plant, and then we will get one main stem. And from one main stem, we will get many secondary shoots. More the tillers, more will be the yield of the plant, because at the apex of each tiller, inflorescence is produced. So number of stems varies. So number of inflorescence also varies. So if more number of tillers, more number of inflorescence, more formation of grains and more yield will take place. Now this is the root of the wheat plant by which a plant is attached to soil by means of its root. This will fix the plant as well as this will absorb water and minerals for the plant, because these roots, they are arising directly from the stem. They are thin fibrous in nature. So these roots, they are called as adventitious root system. Now we can see here leaf part of the wheat plant. Now this is the sheathing leaf phase, which is encircling the internode. So this is called as sheathing leaf phase. And this is leaf blade at the junction of both leaf base and leaf blade. We can see in this diagram, this is the sheathing leaf phase, and this is the lamina of the leaf part of the wheat plant. You can see this is broadened from here, and this part which is broadened, this is also called as auricle. At the junction of both is present a membranous outgrowth. This is called as ligule. So auricles, broadened part of the leaf blade or lamina. This membranous part is called as ligule, and this is the sheathing leaf phase, and this part is called as leaf blade. Its length can be 1 to 2 centimeter wide, and this can be 20 to 27 centimeter in length. So this is the sheathing leaf phase, and this part is called as leaf blade. Now at maturity, at the tip of the main stem as well as on the tillers, inflorescence is produced. This is called as spike of spikelets. Each inflorescence is having 15 to 20 spikelets. Spikelets, they are sessile and they arise on the main axis of the inflorescence, also called as rachis. And when inflorescence is young, this is green in color, and these hair-like structures, they are also called as awns, which protect the plant from grazing of animals. And they also help in photosynthesis and add nutrient to the plant. And when this inflorescence will get mature, this will turn golden yellow in color. So this will explain when this color changes, that plant is ready to get harvested, and we can harvest the plant, and plant has completed its life cycle. And in the inflorescence, grains have been produced after the maturity. Grains are produced by ripening of the ovary wall and seed coat. They are not separated, they remain indehiscent. So this is called as caryopsis or grain. And this fusion of the ovary wall as well as the seed coat, this also form branch structure. Inside the grain, we have a proteinaceous layer called as aileron layer. And inside the seed, food is stored in the form of fat, starch, and protein inside the endosperm tissue of the grain. If we see composition of the wheat grain, this constitutes proteins about 7 to 18%, mineral matter 1.5% to 2%, lipids 1.5 to 2%, starch 60 to 68%, cellulose 2 to 2.5%. Moisture varies from 8 to 18% mean water content of the grain. Now, when grain is young, it has more moisture, but when grain dry up, its moisture is reduced. So if its moisture reduces, we can store the wheat grains in the godowns. And next year, when we want to sow the crop, we can take out the grains, or we can also use the grains for various purposes. As we know, 1/3 population in the world is dependent upon the grains for its food. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe.